Observe. This is called holding your elbow up for fun. This is how you cover your mouth. Wrong, right. So we are walking up to the downtown Disney checkpoint, and there is no one in line. I think everyone is too afraid of the rain and the virus. I am going to be sad if Thunder Mountain is closed down in Cars, because those are like some of my favorite rides. I bet they will be, but there's still plenty of things to do here when it rains. So as you can see, like, it's really not that bad right now. This goes to show that despite a coronavirus on the loose and the rain, people are still gonna show up to the favorite place on earth. Okay, so we are officially in the park. There's actually more people in here than I thought, and right now we are waiting. It's 7:44. So at approximately 7:58, we are going to get ready to snag our Rise of the Resistance, get in the boarding group. So hopefully that works out all right, and it'll be our first time on the ride. Super stoked. So here we go. We got it. We are boarding group 17. Everyone's celebrating because a lot of people have got it. Haven't heard anyone that hasn't got it. So, but lucky number 17. Woo! All right, we got it. Like, we have Max Pass attached to our tickets. Literally, don't come to Disneyland without it if you can, because it's just super convenient. So obviously we just got our Rise of the Resistance boarding group. Now we're waiting in line at Space Mountain. My tip for getting on the most rides, optimizing your ride time, is by getting to the park early, going to the rides that are super popular, so Space Mountain for example, and then while you're in line, get your Max Pass. So we did it for Radiator Springs Racers Cars. And then always make sure to see what time you can make a new selection. You don't want to miss that time because you can't see it again. So ours says you can make a new selection at 8:50. Know that time so that once 8:50 hits, you can get another Fast Pass. Because seriously, every second counts here at Disney. So due to the rain, Radiator Springs Racers is not going to be running, and that's to be expected. So what's going to happen is if you have a Fast Pass for a ride that's no longer running, you'll get a replacement Fast Pass. And the kind of frustrating thing is that you can only use it at the park in which the original Fast Pass came from. So we can use this in Disney California Adventure Park, as you can see. So yeah, we're probably going to use it on Toy Story Mania because that's always fun. But right now we are headed to Pirates because Pirates is always a good idea if you don't want too long of a wait. And it's a rainy day like this. You stay out of the rain and you enjoy a nice, peaceful river ride. There is virtually no one in this line right now. There is nobody here. Probably look out and get a whole boat to ourselves. Pro tip, make sure to scoot your booty forward during the splashes and the drops of Pirates of the Caribbean, or else this will happen to you. on a rainy day, a good idea is to go to any of the Disney stores right here. We went to the supply company and we purchased a poncho. And these ponchos are pretty nice. They're pretty thick. They're gonna cover your bottom when you're on the ride so your butt doesn't get wet. And they only cost $12. I thought there would be a lot more. And they've got this cute little Mickey on the back. My absolute favorite breakfast in the park is at the Jelly Holiday, which is in Disneyland Park. And it is the croissant breakfast sandwich. It comes with a little side of fruit. The grapes are never good. And then you've got this croissant that is with egg and cheese. And the croissant is super flaky. My mouth is watering just talking about this. And it's just, I don't know, definitely highly recommend this for breakfast.
One of my favorite games to play in line is called Psych, a game by Ellen DeGeneres. So basically after creating a profile, you select to join a game or start a game. She has several different games to choose from, and each game has its own kind of rules. My favorite one to play is called Is That a Fact? So once you open up the game, it'll ask you a trivia question, as you can see here, and you make up an answer, which is put into a pool of answers with your friends. You have to decide which answer is the real answer and try to psych out other people with your answer. And Dom got me that time. Highly suggest to add Ellen to your game, as that is an option and it makes it more fun.
We are on the Matterhorn, and I literally hate the Yeti, but I'm gonna try to look at it this time. I don't know if I can. Guys, you will never guess who is here. I am so happy. It is none other than Guinevere, the trusty steed. Look how cute she is. Sorry, I'm like totally filming this woman. But anyways, oh my word, it's like a perfect replica. I love her. So right now at Disney, the California Food and Wine Festival is going on. I know it's supposed to go until April 21st. So hopefully when the park opens back up, y'all can come and try the foods. I'm gonna try a couple of foods, just like one drink, and mostly the mac and cheese, because that's my favorite thing. And maybe I'll grab some of the pizza rolls, so we'll see how those taste. So we got the Impossible Burger mac and cheese. It's got some Crispies on the top, Impossible Burger meat, Thousand Island dressing, and mac and cheese. I don't think the cheese is vegan. So let's try it out. I could do without that. I almost like Hamburger Helper more, as synthetic as it is, but it's alright. This is the Strawberry Rose Lemonade, which I'm super excited for because rose is one of my favorite flavors. Let's try this out. Definitely taste the rose. Oh, that's good. Rose and lemon together, I am a fan. So this is the something something macaron. I'm hoping it's delicious. I love the texture of these. It's so soft to bite into and then chewy. This reminds me of like a really good Haagen-Dazs. So again, things didn't go to plan. I wanted to get the pizza rolls and they only made them with pepperoni inside. I don't eat meat, I'm pescatarian, I eat fish, that's it. And then I wanted to get the garlic mac and cheese because it looked so delicious, and that's cooked in bacon fat. So yeah, it's okay. We're just gotta be flexible sometimes at Disneyland. So now we're headed to Sornover, California because we got a fast pass for that. People are crazy for getting on that. No way. Nuh-uh, not me. It is 63 degrees out here right now. And there's already enough water in the air. Oh my goodness. Hi. Hi. Real life Disney characters out here. Love the Disney cats. You got a notification that we needed to be at the boarding dock for Rise of the Resistance. So we are currently on our way now. We just had our second fast pass turn into a replacement pass. The good thing is I just found out that you can use your replacement pass until midnight in the park. So just expect that again. When rain happens, a lot of rides shut down. So I'm going to put up a list of all the rides that are currently shut down right now.
As you can see, Alice in Wonderland is closed down. Several rides were closed down on this day. Davy Crockett. We've got the Golden Zephyr swing ride, Goofy Sky School, which is a track ride. Haunted Mansion is closed for refurbishment. King Arthur's Carousel refurbishment. I can't even keep up with all the rides that closed. The Mad Tea Party, Peter Pan's Flight, that was closed temporarily. Sawyer's Island, and several others that were closed for either refurbishment or temporary closed, or just closed because of the rain.
Hello. The ride is having technical difficulties. Somebody in the line told us that last time this happened, it took approximately 45 minutes for it to start up again. We're super close to the beginning of the ride, so we're just going to wait here and we'll check in with you and let you know how long it takes before we get on. Right now it's 11:35. So the waiting begins. It is 11:51 and we just got word through the line, the gossip queue, that it will be opening up soon. Woohoo! We made it!
Top 5.
So Indiana Jones is back up and running, and we are using our replacement fast pass for this ride because it's a very important ride and it's a very long wait. Right now it's a 40-minute wait. So still, the rain is going to affect wait times and they're always going to be a little shorter than usual. So that's always a plus about going to Disney in the rain. Definitely don't pass up an opportunity to get one of these mint juleps. It's my favorite drink in the whole park. It's refreshing, it's minty. Right now they have the strawberry mint julep. Don't know how long for, but and then you can also get this special little New Orleans square cup for $14.99. So don't miss out on this. Okay, so I got the chocolate strawberry beignets. I'm gonna shake it up the Magic Journeys way. Ooh, now my powder's coming out. Okay, let's try this. Janelle from Magic Journey said that this was her favorite beignet, I think, so I'm really excited. Too chocolatey for me, but the strawberry tastes very fresh. That's cooked in. Wouldn't get these again. So it is now 6:30, and Disney, it just seems to be getting like less and less crowded. We're gonna head over to Peter Pan's flight because it's only a 25-minute wait, which happens never. We're going on Space Mountain for the second time, but there's a delay. It just feels like the whole day has been filled with delays and breakdowns, and I feel like that's not usual for a rainy day. I think today's just a weird day. It's the last day of Disney until the end of the month, and yeah, it's just strange. And you can feel it in the air too. So anyway, that's that. After this, we'll be heading home. So at this point, according to my watch, I've lost 784 calories from walking today. And not sure what the other numbers mean, to be quite honest. Took 29,553 steps. Not really someone who cares about steps so much. But it says 11.87 miles. I don't know if that's completely accurate either. So I am back from Disney and I am robed and contacts are out, glasses are on, my feet are hurting despite the so-called memory foam that were in my shoes. But anyways, it is time for the do's and don'ts of Disney on a rainy day before the coronavirus. So do get to the park very early. If you're there for a rope drop, which is basically you get to like enter the park before it opens. So you walk in at 7:30 and then there's a bunch of ropes up for each land. And then once those ropes drop, you basically have like the quickest access to the rides as well as fast passes. Be there, rope drop. Honestly, rain or shine, just be at Disney very early. About half an hour early, be in the park. Do pack an umbrella. I can't tell you how many girls and guys that I saw today that looked like they legitimately took a shower. What I did was I had my umbrella, I had a backpack that fitted, like bring a compact one, but like a large one if you have like a couple people. And I would put the umbrella in the plastic bag in my backpack when it wasn't raining. So it's like when it did rain and the umbrella got wet, when I put it in the plastic bag, the contents of my bag don't get wet. Just don't skip out on that. Trust me, you'll be a lot happier and you won't be soaked. Do bring an attitude of flexibility because several of the rides on a rainy day will be closed down, as you saw from my list. So count on the rides that are indoors. Like obviously Rise of the Resistance, I knew that would be a non-issue because it's indoors. Soaring over California or the world. It was soaring over California today. I was so happy to see that again. Watch shows, go to see the shows. A lot of the outdoor shows weren't showing tonight that I thought would. That's why we left a little bit earlier. Do have Disney Max Pass, guys. I think it's around $12 at this point. It's really unbeatable to have that kind of a convenience rather than having to like run your little self over to a fast pass station and hope that you get what you want. You can see what's available right on your phone. You don't have to spend all that time walking. You're already going to spend enough time walking. So remember, you can have up to 2 selections in your list at a time. Do dress warmly. It was very cold. I mean, you guys saw what I was wearing. I was wearing kind of like a thin t-shirt. I thought that it would warm up a little bit more, but it honestly never got over 60, probably around 68 degrees. So it was pretty cold. So always have like a jacket in your bag, and it's honestly, it's worth it when it's a rainy day to wear those big jackets that are going to keep you from getting like wet, because like that cover your bottoms, that when you sit down you don't get too wet. And then the thing is, if it does end up getting hotter, just ask a cast member for one of those Disney bags, or if you purchase something, you get a bigger Disney bag, just put your big jacket in there. I didn't have to do that at all today. My jacket did not come off once today because it was cold. And I could tell that the people that had like lighter jackets and some people didn't wear jackets at all were cold. It's no fun being either overly cold or overly hot, any temperature when you're at Disney park. It's not worth it. So plan accordingly. Don't plan to come to the park on a rainy day if it's like your first time going to Disney in multiple years or a big family trip. I honestly just wouldn't do it because it's going to be disappointing when all of the main rides, like the really exciting ones, are shut down. And even today, the indoor rides that we wanted to go on, Dom and I, it was like Space Mountain shut down several times. Indiana Jones, those are indoor rides. With the rain, you just never know what to expect. So try to avoid going to Disney on a rainy day if possible, especially if you're coming from far away and it's not something that you get to do all the time. Don't forget to have a poncho or purchase a poncho, because what happens is when you're getting on to rides, especially like Cars, Pirates of the Caribbean, a lot of people step on the seats, and when it's a rainy day and the bottom of your feet are wet, then the seats are automatically wet. So ponchos and long sweaters really help to combat that. And can I just put another PSA out there? I cannot tell you how many kids, and it's like for kids, it's a different story. And not only kids, but how many adults did not cover their mouth while they were coughing. And this has nothing to do with Disney on a rainy day. This just has to do with basic human consideration, period. Teach your children how to cough. Like, kids can only know what you teach them for the most part. Like, I'd say 80%. So, like, coughing like this, y'all, and then you're gonna go and grab onto a ride like this, there's your germs, like, right on the pole. Stop. Like, this is not a proper way to cough, especially in a time like this where everyone's so spooked and afraid and vulnerable. Like, some of our populations are very vulnerable to this virus that we have going around right now. Don't cough like this. Like, this is the only acceptable way to cough. Completely in there. And like, for me, when I cough, like, I don't just like the end of my cough is still going out. I go and I leave it there for a couple seconds. We're safe. Okay? That's consideration. Your kids, like, literally, I would be in line. Like, no. And then I have to hold my breath and I have to do this. There is no excuse for coughing, for not being able to cover your mouth when you cough. In your elbow. None of this, none of this, none of this, this. Last don't forget to take advantage of the free umbrella bags that they have in the, like, what is it called? The World of Disney store in downtown Disney. They were handing out umbrella bags that I saw at the end of the day. So that was really cool. Disney hands them out for free, so you don't need to worry about that. Because as I said, just go the extra mile and bring an umbrella. You won't regret it. So that concludes my do's and don'ts. Thank you for watching. Sorry, I have such an aura of fatigue right now because 12 hours at Disney, so worth it, but so taxing on the body. And like, as far as the coronavirus turnout goes, I actually was expecting less people. I really thought it would be a ghost town, but there was a lot of people out there. And y'all, there were elderly people out there with oxygen masks in their nose. I was like, what are you doing here? That's crazy. But overall, it was a really good day, despite all the ride breakdowns and the rides that were temporarily closed. A lot of construction going on as well. it was nice. We didn't wait in a line that was longer than 30 minutes. And that was Peter Pan. That was the longest line that we waited in. So I'm very happy with how today went. It wasn't total chaos and panic. I think the saddest things were to hear before we were leaving. I overheard a conversation with these kids saying, or the dad told the kids, you know, we were supposed to be here for 5 days, but now we can only be here for 2. And the kids were like, oh, but I wanted to go to Disney tomorrow. And he was like, that's just not how it's going to be. We talked about this. And so that was really heartbreaking to hear that all these family trips are canceled due to the coronavirus, but at the end of the day, better safe than sorry. So that was probably like the worst part of the day, just like the surrealness of all of this. But I have no doubt that Disney will be back very soon as we get this thing under control. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there. And I hope that you are having a great day, time of night, wherever you are.